Hello and welcome to Chapter 281 of the DC Alliance podcast. With me, as always, is Joe. Joe, how you doing this evening?
Oh, well, look. One thing I can tell you is you do not want to get into a fight with a tree because 9 times out of 10, that tree will win.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Physics 101. Object motion stays in motion, object rest stays at rest.
yeah. Yeah, no, I was mowing last night and I thought I was under the tree enough. Apparently, I was not. That limb came out of nowhere and scratched the shit out of my forehead.
Was it a Sideshow Bob style where you went completely on your back, or did you just plow through the tree and was like,
Oh,
ah?
I went right, like, I went through the tree because it was a limb coming down. And I thought, like I said, I thought I was down. It hit my forehead and I kept going and it scratched. And I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, I let go and I'm just like down, fetal position on the ground. And then I went inside and looked at it. Right at that time, though, like right when I was done, walked out of the bathroom, that's when Emily came home. And she's like, "Hey, how are you?" I'm like, "Well, I'm good, except for all the blood." She's like, "What?"
Now that you're okay, I will say it actually you can pose as a villain pretty. It's a
I
menacing villain scar.
I literally told my kids last night when they saw it. They're like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Oh, I tried to be Leatherface. It's fine."
Oh man. Well, I'm glad you're okay. That's the main thing there.
Yeah, yeah. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. The fires are all contained.
Yay!
That's last week's news, thankfully, and just enjoying things with the summer here. Oliver's daycare was closed yesterday, so he was home with me all day. I
Oh,
literally
fun.
have, I want to say, 5 days of annual leave left out of 4 weeks, and all of my time every day has gone to an Oliver day where daycare was closed or scheduled holiday, and I have to take the day off. So I have 5 holidays left to take between now and April of 2026.
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
have 3 sick days built up too, and they're very lenient when it comes to taking your sick days, as nobody questions anything. So technically, I have 3 more days, but yeah, it's not great. You can grow your sick days over the time. I think it's like 3.5 hours every check is sick leave, so you get that added on. So yeah, it'll be a while before I build stuff up. And Christmas is going to be very difficult if we plan on going to Allison's parents or if my parents come. So,
You
yeah,
guys,
hope
do you guys shut down for Christmas or anything? For
we
for
do for a couple
Canadian
days.
Christmas,
And we get paid for a couple
Boxing Day, and all
days
that.
of we get
Okay.
uh, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day
Okay.
paid leave.
Okay. That's
So it's
something.
not too bad. It's not too bad. And I work from home, so like last Christmas, I worked in Allison's parents for like a little while. It wasn't you when you're working what I do, you're not expected to do a whole lot of work when over the holidays because if you call anybody looking for payment on medical bills, is usually met with quite a bit of anger until after Christmas. One
What?
lady
Weird.
last year, I called one lady and she said, "Yeah, I got the money for those outstanding bills. You can come to my house and unwrap all my children's Christmas presents and return them for me and take them." I was like, "Oh
I
man, this is."
remember that.
I was like, "This is not what I'm about at all. I'll call you in the new year. Don't worry about it. We'll chat then." So I was like, "I'm not taking that smoke." So yeah, things are good, Joe. I'm excited to talk about Peacemaker. We have a new show,
Yeah.
another DCU thing, which is always great. So I'm definitely going to have to get another chair brought in here for uh, podcast because this one is quite squeaky. Uh, oh wait, I got some thoughts, Iggy. I got some fun
Oh
thoughts.
boy.
Not bad thoughts.
All right. What's up, Iggy?
And hi. So, Joe, before we get into Peacemaker, let's get the network plug that away. So, we are part of the Geek Ultimate Alliance with 6 shows in total. On Mondays, bi-weekly is Ranger Alliance. On Tuesdays is the Walk Through the Multiverse. On Wednesdays is the Animation Nation. On Thursdays is Star Wars Alliance. On Fridays is Marvel Alliance. And on Saturdays is DC Alliance. Star Wars Alliance goes live on the Geekverse YouTube channel Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Marvel Alliance goes live Thursdays at 9:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And DC Alliance goes live Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All three of those shows have their own podcast feeds. Search DC Alliance, Marvel Alliance, and Star Wars Alliance. If you just want DC content, Marvel content, or Star Wars content only, but if you want all 6 shows on GUA Podcast Network, including both of our other shows, stay subscribed to GUA on your podcast app of choice. We also have a Patreon, 2 tiers, a $1 tier and $5 tier. The $1 tier is basically a tip jar, like we're doing. You want to help us out any way you can. And the $5 tier where you get your extras, you get your ad-free episodes, early access episodes, and Patreon exclusive shows. Myself and Joe are going through all the DC films through the years, over 30 pieces of content out there for the patrons. We also have the Marvel Alliance guys, Chris and David doing your Baxter broadcasts, talking about the Fantastic Four films. We also have...
Yeah, they only got one left to put out, which I think is next month.
Yes, and I was telling the patrons, I was talking about it on Animation Nation, they put some things in the GUA chat. You're going to really enjoy this episode, I think. So
yeah.
We also have Joe's Multiverse Minutes, where he's doing his Disney deep dives on the 1st and the 15th of every month. Joe reviews the Disney film, not just reviews it, gives you fun behind-the-scenes facts, tidbits, all that sort of thing. Joe, I'm pretty sure The Little Mermaid was up on the 15th.
No, Little Mermaid's next.
Okay, on the 1st.
Yeah, gotta be first. What
1st of September.
Oliver. Yeah, Oliver and Company. Yeah,
Oliver
that was
Company,
the last. Yeah. No, actually, I can get that one recorded soon because there's a lot of information on Little Mermaid that I need to get through.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And we thank everyone that's a patron. If you're not a patron, take a quick 30, 60 seconds, rate and review the podcast on your podcast app of choice. It's always greatly appreciated. It helps other people find the shows, and that's always a good thing. Okay, Joe, we have a new show. Well, not a new show, a new season of an old show, but a new show in the DCU. Is that the best way of putting it? I think. Peacemaker.
Yeah, we'll get there.
It's back. Before we get into the actual show, what do you think about the new intro?
I mean, it's... Yeah. Well, by intro, you mean the opening credits,
the dance,
right?
Opening credits, the dance.
Because I just redid season 1, like, I had that in my head, and I knew it was going to be a new intro, so I didn't know what I was going to expect, and so I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, this is definitely different. I need to watch it a couple more times, but yeah, no, I liked it. It was weird. I like weird. Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the first season, but that was because it was unique, but still it's pretty cool, and I really enjoyed the ending.
And we got used to, I don't want to say we got used to it, but like the first season one, like when we first saw it, it was just like, oh, this is weird. Who are all these people? I don't know what's going on. But I like this dance. Everything's fun. Everybody's doing this weird choreography. I like it. This one, we knew it was going to be some weird choreography. And watching it all just kind of play out, we know all these characters are going to pop up. And if you're paying attention, we're getting 2 versions of some of these characters. So you know what is happening with this episode.
I'm very interested to see some of the versions of some of the characters.
Yeah, dude.
See them, and I can't wait. Like I said, I enjoyed it, and that leads us into the previously on DCU and the run into the Justice Gang instead of Justice League. What do you think about how Gunn handled this retcon, Joe?
Smart. I like it. I was when I first heard it, when Adebayo was like talking to her mother and said something about getting a hold of the Justice Gang. I'm like, wait, did they just say Justice Gang?
My ears perked up immediately. I had the same thought.
And then after that, it was Peacemaker talking to, I think, Economos.
Economos or Abadiel saying that he threw up on Green Lantern.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, hold on. And then, they started rolling it all in. And I'm like I had to rewind when they did the silhouettes. And I'm like, holy crap, they changed it. Like, it makes sense. It does.
It's good, Joe, because it's like, when you think about it, it's a very insignificant piece of Peacemaker season 1. It's like one scene, one little mini scene at the end of the season where it does the big team coming in and the underdog team getting it done. Yes, but that's why the switch out, it works so seamless for me. Like, I don't have any problem with it at all.
Well, correct. But that was also one of those things that I always brought up. It's like, hey, this connects to this, connects to this. They basically just kind of took that out, lifted it out, and put it in this new thing. Okay, perfect, fine. Like, and that's 100% fine. I'm not upset by that at all. And this can still work because of how Peacemaker came about in the Suicide Squad, how that is kind of its own thing, and what little connection it has to the DCEU as a whole. It doesn't. You can easily take that out, put it over here, and it be still part of the DCU.
The one thing I will say, he said that the previously on part of Peacemaker happened before Superman. So
Yes.
Supergirl was making appearances. And I wish that she was Mitch. If that's
Oh,
the case,
yeah.
well, she's in the thing, right? That's what confuses
Yeah.
me a little bit. I don't think you needed to put her in there.
Didn't
Like,
need to, but
didn't need to at all. You had Superman there. You did not need that extra one, especially with Mr. Terrific in the sky. I think that might be the problem because, again, why wouldn't she mention it at all in Superman if she's here going on missions with the Justice Gang
well, maybe
and
that
known
wasn't
to be
Supergirl.
part? That
Like, do we know for
it
sure it was
was. It was.
Supergirl?
I've seen gifs of it, like close up gifs afterwards. Like here is Supergirl in the DCU, stuff like that. So that's my only question about it, Joe, is like because I read afterwards, like that's why is one of the things is the second last thing in the notes. So in the Peacemaker section is him
Okay.
answering questions on threads, and one of them there was, did Metamorpho not make it into the Justice Gang? He's not with the group, and he said the previously section happens before Superman. So that is why I'm a little confused.
Well, that's why I also bring that up because Superman isn't technically part of Justice Gang.
No.
So why would he be there?
They've mentioned that he's helped with stuff before in
Sure,
Superman.
but
So,
Waller would call the gang and not him.
but
so
Waller wouldn't call the gang anyway because the gang worked for Maxwell Lord, not for Waller.
Sure.
So
again, yeah, like it's that those are minute little problems.
That's like a little thing that you can pick at and
yeah.
Where in reality, if looking back on now, he didn't need to include Supergirl to still make it feel like the DCU. That's one thing that maybe you could have just closed the screen a little bit more and cut off that section and not have.
Yeah,
Supergirl.
You could just have 4. You didn't need to have 5 people.
Well,
Mr.
You could just have 4. There, Guy Gardner, Superman, Hot Girl. Yeah, you didn't need to have. Yeah, you could have just had the 4. You didn't need to have the 5th one. You could even put Crypto there.
You could put. Well, yeah, you could have had Crypto. You could have had Metamorpho.
Well, they're saying it happened on the.
Well, I understand that, but you still could have had him.
Well, they're not saying that he was a member prior, so.
Superman's still not technically a member. Like, you also could have had just some random that could have lit a firestorm on the internet and be like, "Who is this silhouette?" You know?
Or you even answer your question.
What? Why?
You could have fire.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's my only criticism of that.
Wasn't even trying to.
But
that'd be cool.
We'll jump into the actual
story
after we take our first ad break of the evening. Listeners, we're an ad support network. We don't fix the ad to the volume. Going to do a quick 3 count to adjust your volume, and we'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Okay, Joe, let's dive into the ties that grind now. So Peacemaker gets woken up by Eagly to have to go for a flight, but it's snowy out. And when he's talking to Peacemaker after, I've had this conversation with my dog of like, we're going to have to reestablish like who's the human and who's the pet here, because I'm after having to get out and walk him out, especially in the old house that we lived in where the snow used to get up over the fence. So I used to have to go out with him on the leash. And I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. So I felt that where he had to bring Eagly into the. I guess what are we calling it? The quantum realm or quantum
I don't want to say quantum
chamber?
I can't remember where he says it. Yeah, a little like pocket dimension. I'll say pocket dimension. You know, I mean, because I know for my dog, I will shovel out an area outside of my porch. That way, he can actually poop in the grass because he doesn't like going out in the too far in the snow either. So.
Unfortunately, this 100-pound husky loves trekking through the snow, even though he has bad hips. So it's a little hop through. And I'm like, just follow behind you, get my shoes wet. So, Eagly, he goes into we'll call it the quantum chamber, I guess, for now, or quantum unfolding chamber, something like that.
Yeah.
And we see the weird alien crypt keeper looking person.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to come back around towards the end, like actually be helpful,
I mean, we do
or
see him
just
again
a
in the
running
trailer.
gag
I think
throughout
it
the
might just be a
whole
running
thing?
gag, which is
Okay.
fine. I
Yeah,
mean,
I was
it
hoping that
makes
he might
sense.
come back, but
I
yeah.
mean, he totally could, but I think as of right now, he'll just be a running gag.
And then he runs into another room, punches in the code because he has helmets kind of like him. He walks in, sees his father that's still alive, and then runs away. And we get a 6 months later flash, and we get our Justice Gang appearance. What do you think about this, Joe, where they were interviewing Peacemaker?
I thought seeing White Rabbit was interesting, having her run out. One, trying to be a audition for the Justice Gang, considering she is a Batman villain. But
Yeah,
okay, that was kind of fun. But no, like this was it was exactly what I expected
we saw a
after
little bit
watching
of
the
this
preview.
before
Yeah,
too. Yeah, so
just them just picking on him because they're better than him in their eyes. But also it's kind of a sad scene because we get what we're getting here is the 11th Street kids. Everybody's kind of, the team has been broken up. Like Adebayo is now divorced, potentially from Kia, so she's living in the hotel, as Economos says, the worst level of Grand Theft Auto.
yeah, I love that. And he says, Harcourt, both of you guys tried to help him, and your lives
Yeah,
are
you guys
terrible.
are screwed. Yeah,
We don't see much of Freddy in this. He has one scene with the phone call to Economos, and he's not in anything else. Vigilante.
Adrian, you mean?
Yeah.
I was
He's
like,
just in
Freddy.
the one. Yeah.
Freddy? Who's Freddy?
Freddie Stroma. I just watched the stupid part of the
actor.
podcast
Gotcha.
episode, and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the podcast. I didn't know. Yeah. Anyway, yes. Which, I mean, well, the very first episode last season, he was literally just the busboy. So,
Yeah.
like, same thing. Which is fine. But yeah, but that's the other thing. Like, we're not getting a lot of these characters yet. But then we see Harcourt. She's not doing great. But right here, this scene with Peacemaker, he's trying to be like, he saved the world. He's trying to be a legitimate superhero. He wants to be recognized, and these guys like are legitimately taking him as a joke. Like
I can
they're not
see
caring.
them coming to him at the end of this
Oh,
season, trying to get him
100%.
a Joe, and he being like
Screw
as
you.
my kids been doing lately. No. I'm like, what? So
Yeah, I agree. I definitely see them by the end of the season having a change of heart and be like, "Hey, would you mind joining the gang?" And he's like, "Screw you."
I could even
Like,
see him
you had
punching
your
Guy
chance.
Gardner.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, I just think of it.
Give it to him instead of Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could even give it to Batman, or you could say Batman worked with the Justice Gang and already has done it.
Here's the thing. I don't, and I'm only saying it because I don't know when we're going to officially get a Batman. I don't know how long Nathan Fillion is going to stay as Guy Gardner. Let's get that punch in while we can. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm really curious because Harcourt can't get a job anywhere, and she's saying it's because of Amanda Waller. And I'm wondering, were we going to see Amanda Waller in this show at some point to set up Waller?
Is Waller still happening, right?
Well, Waller's been beaten around in terms of like still trying to come up with a story, but would we see her in this? Because we did see her at the end of the last season because the thing directly sent her to prison. So I'm really curious. Or got her arrested. I wouldn't say sent to prison.
Well, she didn't get arrested. She was
or just exposed.
Sorry. Because it got exposed. But yeah, because she couldn't use people anymore. That's why she was using creatures and creature commandos.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I could see her showing up. I mean, we had her in season 1 for a few bit parts. I don't see why we won't get her for a little bit here or there.
And like you said, he goes to see Harcourt, and it does not work out for Peacemaker, and he goes home angry and gets into his drugs.
I did enjoy those two picking on 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, I did like that too. And the end credit scene.
That end credit scene, plus, especially at that scene where he's talking to her, just the first time, just shitting on 30 Seconds to Mars, I laughed, and then the end credit scene where really digging into it. It's like, you guys really do hate Jared Leto, huh?
Yeah, really good
Interesting.
shots at Jared Leto. Also, yeah, it's just again, I just I love it. I love the riff parts like that with between the characters. Uh, yeah, it is a
Yeah.
Batman villain.
Oh yeah, yeah. White Rabbit. I already mentioned that, Iggy.
So yeah, Joe, he goes home, gets on a big bender, we'll say, and has a
Yeah,
big giant orgy. I
that
laughed just for a
was.
second because I remembered the video I saw like I want to say like an hour before watching the show where it was James Gunn saying like you need to watch Superman before watching Peacemaker, and I was like, I laughed for a
Well, see,
second.
and that's why I don't make like him again.
It makes
Putting
it
out
for
Superman.
the Lex Luthor quantum folding, like Lex Luthor's other dimension. That is why it makes sense, and the fact that they're going to investigate Peacemaker because of that. That is the
But
main
even
thing, and
that,
the Justice
like,
Gang appearance. But those two things are the main reason for the first episode, anyway. To
yeah, but
watch
like that's
Superman.
just not even. But the fact that they are investigating that now, where was that last season when he was opening it up like 12 different times?
Yeah. Well, they're saying, and I did like this, but they're saying the signature of that match when Luthor used it, we're getting it again. So that is maybe
Again,
why they're only
it,
just starting to monitor it now and not like monitoring it after all the events of Superman. That's just my thought there. So it did work for me, and I enjoy the other uh, Argus agent with Frank with oh my god,
oh, Flag,
flag, and
Sasha Bordeaux.
yes, and I love how he questions Economos like loyalty. I think that's why Tim Meadows' character is going to get brought in. I
Yes.
think he's
Oh
going
yeah,
to
100%.
question like, can I even use Economos for anything? And he's like, "Well, is there anything strange?" Kind of define strange. Big orgy happening right in front of him. Oh
Which
man,
is fair. I
he
mean,
even mentions it. Like, there's a big orgy, and the other lady's like, "Well, Chris Smith is a free spirit."
yeah, the orgy thing, like, which is not out of place because it's not like he didn't have. I mean, last season he had like a couple threesomes,
Yeah,
with him and Vigilante and a random chick. So it's not like it's out of place. Just him not participating is a little weird, but it's also to the point of like he's so out of sorts that he's not having a good time. It's whatever it is.
yeah, and again, if have a group orgy count me. I don't see that happening, Iggy.
Yeah, I don't think so, again.
Sorry,
We're
bud.
good.
Keep you in mind if it ever comes up in the quarterly meetings or emails or anything. But yeah, so that folds us into us, like I said, finding out that Rick Flag is monitoring Peacemaker, and he's pretty bummed. While this is going on, but Harcourt goes to a bar and just starts wailing on dudes to get into a fight and takes out a good number of them. Like she
Yeah.
went there going for the fight, and they beat the crap out of her and throw her out. And she's like she smiles at the end. Like that is a
I
special
I
sort of
feel
crazy
like she did it just to
feel.
have feel. Yeah,
Yeah,
have feelings.
yeah. And we also know that her and Chris hooked up from their conversation earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over the summer.
So yeah. So Peacemaker is pretty bummed out. He goes to that other universe that he saw his father. He sees his brother and his dad, and they seem really nice. They're drinking together. They're saying "I love you." They're talking about their fun times they had. There's stuff there where they battle the Ultra Humanite and another villain. I can't remember what I missed. Uh, and then the other Peacemaker shows up when he's looking at the room, and we get a fight between them. And the other Peacemaker dies. What do you think about this whole final 5 minutes, Joe?
Okay, so that helmet that the Peacemaker 2 had was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
The magic stars were pretty
yeah,
cool. His costume was pretty cool, so I'm happy. And obviously, we know that our Peacemaker is going to uh, probably gank that costume, and I mean, he's going to go over to this new universe.
Oh,
We know
100%,
that.
100%. His world sucks right now. It's
Yeah.
just a recipe for him to go over.
So that's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, this one looks honestly, and maybe it's because our Peacemaker was a little drunk, a little out of sorts, but this new Peacemaker seemed to be on top of his game,
Um,
and he definitely seemed stronger, and he seemed like a better Peacemaker.
no, I'm gonna say one thing, which gave me away in that fight. He does not give him a chance to explain at
Well,
all.
no,
I'm
he
just talking
doesn't.
about for someone that you, when you walk in, you see like the key to the city and all the good they did. He doesn't give him a chance to explain. He shoots him in the back of the stars, and then when he has him, he goes to stab him immediately instead of questioning him before. He goes to just he cut joints at his big knife to go and stab him, and
Yes,
that's when the
but
other Peacemaker like reacts and sends him up to kill. I think that this
by
Peacemaker
accident.
is bad too.
See,
I
I don't
think
think
this
so. Yeah.
Peacemaker. I think you're going to find out towards the end of the season that this other world, the grass isn't so green. I think that these people are going to be crappy, and he's going to realize that it's not always better to.
Oh, that's probably true.
Yeah.
You're probably 100% right. But here's my counterpoint: is that yeah, he did give him a chance to explain. However, our Peacemaker tried to, and then ran away.
Well, yeah,
Like
because he hadn't done
he
to
didn't even
him.
start. Yeah, well, yeah, but like
Well, he's like you're a shapeshifter. And he's like and he, I don't think that was the wrong maneuver. He might have got shot. So, and then you
eh,
see when he did when he was give him a chance to explain. He
yeah,
had him down.
yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So, well, you could be right though. That is a. I can't wait to see more about this world.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
is
this
what
guy.
interested.
I'm loving it now. Yeah, him. So when he hit the also jetpack, like he got a jetpack.
Yeah,
He won a jetpack last season.
yeah,
It was
and
great.
he's going to end up getting to use it, which is awesome.
He's gonna get a jetpack. But yeah, no. When he hit the jetpack and shot him straight up, and that thing spike went right through his chest, and that was just like, oh shit, that was not great.
And you got to assume that the other white dragon knows about
Blue dragon maybe now.
white. Well, you got to assume he knows about the quantum unfolding chamber too,
Well, they all do.
because there's doors to get in there. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming that like eventually he's going to come in there or like ask questions. Like he might realize that this is not his Chris.
My assumption is that it is Augie that builds all Augies that build the helmets for Chris for Peacemaker.
Now, there is a theory that I saw going around that this Eagly isn't his Eagly, and it got him to help him with this universe
Oh, interesting.
because he fought like there's two thoughts there that the first Eagly comes get him isn't really his Eagly, or when Eagly flies away, the other Eagly that comes back isn't his Eagly, the one that tries to get him to go in through the door, or the one that's trying to go into the door. That's I've heard that that's the other guy's Eagly and not his. So we'll see.
Maybe that other guy doesn't have it eagly.
That could be that too.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll find
We'll have
out.
to see. So yeah, I did enjoy this
Now,
episode a lot, Joe, but I
here's
wish we had multiple.
Here's my only gripe, maybe. So last season, and I just rewatched season 1. You just rewatched season 1.
Yeah.
End of the season, he killed his dad, and we had it where he sees the ghost of his dad. Like it ends with him on his porch. His dead dad is sitting there next to him, and he even while they were in the final fight, like his dad was egging him on, basically saying like, "Hey, you're not just because you killed me, you're not going to be able to get rid of me. Like I'm in your head." Do you think we're still going to get some of that? You think we're still going to get like the in
I
his
don't
head?
think so because they went this way instead, where you can have the actor here in the alternate universe version of himself rather than having him back. And like I assume that was the way they were going to use to have him come back. You can tell some of those stories now with that actual multiverse version of his dad.
You could do both, but
You could, but I don't think they will. I would like to. Maybe that's just the DCEU idea they had, and then when they got control of the DCU, they're like, "We're going to pivot to go."
I mean, it's possible because I know after the episode they did like the behind the scenes stuff, and Robert Patrick was talking like Steve Agee had ran into him, and he had talked to Robert about how if he was excited about coming back for this new season, and he's like, I'm coming back. I didn't know I was coming back. So and then when he told him how it was gonna play out, he's like, "Oh, that's really cool." Like,
Yeah.
I just that got me thinking. Like, you were in his head, you would be coming back. Like, what do you mean you didn't know? So I don't know.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if they'll address that, Joe. Maybe they will, but I for one really enjoyed this first episode. I wish we had another episode, but that's about it.
I'm happy with the one and done for right now. Not one and
Yeah,
done, but you know what I mean. I'm one a week.
I'm glad
Um,
that we're just 1 week going forward. That's for certain.
don't get me wrong. I don't mind like 2 to 3 drops at a time sometimes, but I'm fine with just one for these.
So there's a few Easter eggs. The first one that we haven't talked about,
Oh,
Clevis Thornweight appears, the Sphere News host from Superman Returns to the
yes, he did.
From Superman Returns to the DCU. He was the anchor who interviewed Peacemaker for his cameo for his Superman cameo. So he's talking about metahuman breakouts continue. Latest black eye for Argus, public safety crisis
Yeah,
tipping points.
he was talking about a third metahuman escaped, is what
Yeah.
he said. So who are the other? Who are the other two?
I don't know. That's one I'm really interested in.
Who's this one? Like, yeah, that one was kind of interesting.
And alternate dimension has framework newspaper from the Evergreen Sentinel. The Evergreen is famous from Green Lantern. Rainbow creature is mentioned. That was the other creature that they fought. The Ultra Humanite is the other one, and that's all the Easter eggs they had here. So, yeah. Again, I for one love this episode. There is a nice little thing there, a little video of the 99. There's 99 doors, which means there's 99 realities right now in the quantum unfolding chamber is what it's called. And we saw it in the first season he talked about. And then he says a giant shared space that has 99 doors that lead to 99 different realities.
Looking through the DC, looking through the Easter egg thing, the Sphere News says that there have been numerous metahumans breakouts from Belle Reve and Arkham. This links to the broader DCU where Waller started using monsters for Task Force M in Creature Commandos, leading to more metahumans chaos. So that's what it could be.
Ooh.
So that's what them breaking out. It's these metahumans disappearing.
So that's pretty cool. I like the sound of that. So, Joe, yeah, there's 99 different realities and 99 different doors. I think this was a successful first episode. I really enjoy this show, and I'm definitely interested in seeing like how this season unfolds because he's not in a great place right now, and I'm interested to see if it gets any better.
Oh yeah. No, this is I'm loving it right now. But yeah, 99 doors, like that's a lot. Do you think we'll pop into another one?
I think we'll see a couple, but they'll be like weird, like terrible Earths, like fire, lava kind of deal. Like,
okay,
yeah. See one just being lava pits or something like that. And I assume it's going to be when Vigilante comes in with him into the.
That would make sense because I can see Vigilante just open up some doors,
yeah,
because he's a crazy psychopath.
So yeah, it's just cue me up for more episodes. We'll be talking about each episode every week. Every week. So, Joe, also James Gunn will be hosting watch parties on Threads for every episode of Peacemaker after this first episode.
Nice.
So I may have to get a Threads account, which means I may have to get Instagram back up. Geekverse Travis got 99 problems and you ain't one. Yeah, that could be it. Let's take our second and maybe a final ad break of the evening. Listeners, we're as per never. We don't pick the ads or volume.
Probably not. We'll probably have another one.
To adjust your volume, and we'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Okay, Joe, we got some news. I put the thing up to the top that I was most excited to talk about, and that is a new Lego Batman game. It's coming. I'm
actually excited for this.
Dude, I watched a lot of stuff on this. I was a little dismissive at first, but I was like, oh my God, yeah. Because I've played a couple. It got really Justice League-y, and I didn't really want that anymore. I didn't want like 8,000 characters and just too much.
So like the first Lego Batman game was great. Second one was was enjoyable, was fun. They like built on the first one and was I had a good time. I don't remember the third one
It
for
was one
whatever
with
it
like
is.
875 million characters.
Yeah, yeah, no, I do remember that, but I just don't remember because I think I played that one for the Wii, and the other two I had for like the GameCube, and like for whatever reason it was just I just didn't do it. But it was one of those things where like I haven't like so this trailer I know it was shared in our group chat. I haven't watched it. I just
Watch
saw
all
those
of it.
stills, but like I was excited because it's just it's Lego Batman, man. Like it's great.
Let's cue it up here. So, and there's a lot of nods to different Batman iterations over the years. We'll get a lot of them here, and I can't wait for them all. There's going to be a bunch of different callbacks. Batman 66. This is from the Dark Knight trilogy here,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. You get the train here.
Oh, well, no, I
And
did watch
again,
this one. Sorry, I did watch this one. Yeah, because then I was
flying
talking about
around. This is
in the
like
group
very
chat.
Arkham-like too.
Yes. Yeah, because I was talking in the group chat that there wasn't anything with Batman 66 in it, and I was gonna be like, well, if they don't have any Batman 66, like it's gonna be, I was gonna be very disappointed because they had literally every other Batman stuff,
They had no BBS.
but
That I
I'm
missed.
sure they will.
I don't know. And yeah, this is all. Well, you want to get nuts, you incorporating Batman 89 there. Batman Returns with
Batman
the Catwoman
Returns,
version.
yeah.
And then Arkham stuff here.
Love it.
And the Batmobile.
Well, we had Tumble earlier, so Batman Begins. Yeah.
So, yeah, and this plays just like Batman. Oh, man. Yeah, I just think it's awesome. Such a great trailer. It gets me excited for this. All the little Lego pieces falling around as he walks towards them. Oh, man. Legacy of the Dark Knight. So I think this is going to be something that I definitely pick up. We get the Bane thing there to end it.
Who put that there?
Put that there.
Oh man, yeah,
So yeah,
I'm 100%
2026.
for that.
Same. I can't wait. And there is, I think there's a second thing there about what we know. I'll riddle this off pretty quickly. Everything we know about Lego Batman 4, or the one that we just watched, Batman, Jim Gordon, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and Talia al Ghul are the confirmed playable characters so far. These characters will have their own gadgets like Batman's Batclaw, Jim Gordon's foam sprayer, Robin's line launcher, and Catwoman's whip. Villains
Love it.
confirmed so far are the Joker, Penguin, Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, Bane, voiced by Matt Berry, and more. It will feature iconic moments from the Caped Crusaders' 86 years in history in film, television, comic books, and game. It will be an open world Gotham City with multiple puzzles and crimes to solve. Will feature iconic locations. And it will feature a variety of vehicles, including a range of Batmobiles and Batcycles. You can play the game alone or with a friend in co-op. It will also feature multiple suits. It will feature an Arkham style combat where you can also have a difficulty mode, a Caped Crusader, and a Dark Knight mode.
And Riddler trophies.
Yeah, Riddler trophies is there too. So can't forget about those. I can't wait for this. I'm super excited, and I didn't even think about this, and now and I also I saw a little video where James Gunn has seen this. He's supervising and he played the game, so we'll hear his thoughts soon.
Oh, love it.
On the game. Yeah. So moving on, Joe. Because just some more info is the same info that I had. There is more info on the Superman sequel. If I can ever get it to load up. Okay. And yeah, it's just James Gunn essentially saying that he has 4 movies to like storyline for Superman. And it's the same thing he talks about here. There's another, I think it's a video, a couple of these I'm sharing. Yeah. videos of him saying there's going to consist across 4 films. We won't watch this because the audio. And yeah, so we had a little thing from Iggy too. That
Yeah.
if you want to throw it in there now, I think it'd be the apropos spot to do it.
Yeah, so Iggy got a hold of me talking about potential villains for these movies. And here's the ones he threw out. Lobo, Doomsday, Brainiac, Mongol, Darkseid, and Amazo. So those potential villains. And so while you're thinking of who you like, your potential, this is what I told him when he gave me those options. I told him, I think Brainiac is a definite, and Mongol is a strong possibility. Good.
Yes.
Mongol definitely could work because he hasn't been done yet, or she, depending on which one they go with. Doomsday is always associated with Superman's death, and I don't think Gunn will go that route after Snyder just did it.
Yeah.
Darkseid is tough because he can be considered a Superman villain, but has the potential to be a Justice League enemy, as seen in the last decade or so in the comics, movies, and TV shows. But once again, since Snyder used him in his movie, Gunn may not want to right away.
You could go with Vandal Savage right there too.
Vandal Savage would be a good one as well. As for Lobo, I want to see how he's portrayed in Supergirl first.
Yeah.
I can't see him as being the main villain for a Superman movie. At best, he's an ally to Superman in whatever movie he pops up in. At worst, he's been contracted to hunt him down and is just a major annoyance.
Yeah. And again, I can see, depending on who becomes a Supergirl, that he would just be an ally that Supergirl could call upon.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then as for Amazo, he is okay, but is probably better suited for a Justice League villain. Batman and Nightwing were able to take one out by themselves once, so it would really depend on what power level it is given.
Yeah.
Because at that time,
you go
the reason
from that extreme, that low of an extreme, to the Injustice one that killed about 7 superheroes.
Well, but yeah, it all depends on what because that Amazo that Batman and Nightwing took out didn't have a Green Lantern ring, and it didn't have, I think, Superman's abilities. It had, or maybe it was Wonder Woman's lasso.
It only had a few.
It had like 4 of the 7.
That was Under the Red Hood.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it was missing a couple of the abilities, and that's why they were able to. So, but give it a Justice League, umbrella, I think it'd be a better Justice League movie than Superman.
It was one of the better 2-part episodes in that first season of Justice League when Amazo showed up. So
yeah. But no, what are your thoughts on those guys?
I like a couple of them. Brainiac. If you're going to do 4 films, you could really lead up to Brainiac being like the big bad pulling behind the strings. He could even be doing something with Supergirl that Superman doesn't know about right now, like in the My Adventures with Superman type thing. I like Mongol and War World. You could do that. You could try to go that route as well. And I'm with you, in agreement with you, with how we see Lobo portrayed first. I don't think he's going to be more of an audience favorite rather than somebody that's a villain in those like overarching things. I could see him being more of an anti-hero that helps sometimes, but more like cares about his own self. We could see his own HBO Max show or something like that. I'm trying to think of the other villains there.
Doomsday, Darkseid, Amazo.
Doomsday, you're 100% right about the death in that. I don't see that happening for a long time in the DCU.
I also don't think it will happen in DCU.
No, I see it could happen to Supergirl in a crisis type event right before it happens to Superman. And so, yeah, I don't think we'll see Doomsday. And the same thing goes with Darkseid. I don't think Darkseid is going to be used in the DCU, but I think he's the very, very, very long game of this. I think there might be even hints of something with the anti-life equation with lanterns maybe, but that is like a long tease. I can see us getting like a alien invasion first, like in the 3-part Justice League the animated series open to form the Justice League.
See, honestly, if they were to do Darkseid, I think they would build up like New Gods first. I think we would get New Gods, and then that would build to Apocalypse, which would then build to Darkseid. I don't think it's going to be like what we had with Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Well, in reality too, he might have just put that in there because like you're not going to get a chance to put that in there. So here's like my tease.
Sure,
Maybe that
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
have been a tease in the end of that movie if he knew he was doing
It,
other movies. You know what I mean?
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, sure, exactly.
Yeah. So again, I'm excited for it. I can't wait. And I know there's some good villains, Iggy. I would lean to more towards what Joe said about Brainiac and Mongol being some choices. I could see Grodd coming into play as well, and maybe that'll get you your like quasi
That could,
Legion of Doom. That he has like a secret society as well. That was one of the things he had, Grodd. So you could have something like that, have
Grodd's
them
not
facing off
bad,
against the lead.
but again, that's Grodd is a Flash, so
Well, you're essentially just picking a group for lambs to the slaughter for the first encounter versus Justice League. Like you're not
okay.
going to end up winning, like the first one that establishes them.
And you
So.
can put here Superman versus the Elite. That's not a bad one. Elite is a more of a
Standalone
unknown.
Superman,
Yeah.
and I don't know if there's enough meat on that bone, Iggy, for its own thing, but it could be like a subplot.
It's a very
or
decent
start
potential.
off.
Yeah, yeah,
Could
exactly.
be your first act of a Superman film, and then you go into what else is happening after that.
Yeah.
Maybe. So I don't know. We'll see.
I wouldn't throw Elite away, but
No.
yeah, I like your idea of them being a subplot.
First,
like that could
yeah,
be
like a first
that
part
could
of
be like a first act, like Superman is coming to stop them already being in action or something.
Yeah,
So-
and again, I'm interested to see how they're going to go with Superman and these 4 films. It gets me excited that they're just like doing more and more and more. So
Yeah.
pedal to the whittle. The final thing there, Joe. Crypto shorts are not canon to the DCU, according to James Gunn.
Ah.
So he's not as big of a screw up in the DCU. So because the first short, he caused a lot of chaos and a lot of property damage, chasing a bird.
Yeah.
But it was pretty fun. So finally, we have our Smallville retro recaps, Joe. I don't know if you were able to watch them.
I did. I marathoned them.
Smallville? Oh no! At like 2:30, I was like, oh no.
No. Well, 2:30 your
My
time.
time. 12.
It was like 12 my time. Yeah. As soon as because when you got the notes, I'm like, all right. I scroll through them. I'm like, oh crap, Smallville, 4 episodes, crap. I did. I was able to marathon. I marathoned all 4 episodes.
I don't really want to talk about 3 very much. I can promise you that with stupid like Miss Smallville and stuff.
Look. We'll, the first episode with Bizarro was a good episode.
Yes, it was.
Like that one.
Fight and back and forth. It was fantastic, and the fact that we'll find out later that this is not the actual Clark. It's great. Right? Bizarro replaced him.
Did
And
it?
because I'm pretty sure that's like part of why Clark loses interest in Lana is that Lana's not able to know that Clark isn't Clark, and that Lois is the one that picks up on it first. I think so. Let me get towards the.
Dude, I don't remember. That don't
It's been a
sound
while,
for a
but
while. Okay. I mean, it's possible. What?
can't-
No, that can't be right because the next 2 episodes, like, he gets around green kryptonite and he starts falling over. Like,
I feel like he. I can't remember now. We'll find out. I think so though. I think I'm right. I could be wrong, but I. feel
if
like I
that's the
watched
case, this season sucks.
Season 7, episode 10. While Clark is still frozen in the fortress, Bizarro grows closer to Lana, who returns the feelings on just a deep level, even sharing some badly needed information with him while still attempting to
So,
save
well,
her.
okay, so maybe does Bizarro come back?
Or maybe he does come back at some
There
point.
we go.
Here.
He probably comes back. That would make more sense. All he did was punch him into the space. It's not like he killed him. Well, look, we're already 4 episodes in. We'll probably see it in like 3 episodes, so we'll get to it.
Oh god, I'm really interested. I think I'm right though. I feel like it is, and that's what was put them apart. I can't remember though.
But he's already been to the fortress like 3 times. Anyway, whatever. We'll get to it.
He's stuck in like the Phantom. I can't remember.
That was last season. Whatever. We'll get to it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
No,
Because what really was good about that first episode is Clark learns to really harness the sun's power to like heal himself,
Yeah,
which is something important. Really
and the
like
fact
that.
that Supergirl looks like an angel to Lex is pretty fun.
Yeah, which is kind of
Yeah,
cool. And
and
Laura Vanderoo is awesome. She's gorgeous.
yeah,
Um, second
Canadian.
up, love it. Second episode with Kara with her showing up. Uh, really good episode. I would say about 7/8 of the episode is really good, and really fun. The eighth part that was not fun was the Lana stuff. Oh yeah, the Lana stuff in the first episode was done dumb, like
A lot
fine.
of stuff in the fourth episode is like,
Let's rephrase
ooh,
that. A lot of stuff in all
not.
the episodes is dumb,
But
but
no,
that's
I'm looking at
besides the
like
point.
not the greatest thing to be calling your organization at this moment in time. Not the greatest character in DC to be bringing up. Just FYI.
No,
Sorry, guys. Sorry. You see
no.
the faces on the retro recap, guys. So, when Ryan read out the name of the organization, he didn't read out. He just spelled it.
Wait, what was it? I must have missed it.
ISIS.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. I just
That
like,
just
oh my
reminds me of Archer
God.
when because they were ISIS for like
You're
what
ISIS.
two seasons, and then when ISIS thing broke up, they were like burning everything that said ISIS. Like we gotta get rid of this. And then they did something different.
Yeah, that's essentially. So yeah, that's something that made me laugh.
I totally missed that part. I must have been playing on my phone because it just didn't care too much about Lana stuff. But no, so like yeah, the second episode was Kara showing up and her searching everywhere for Clark or Kal-El. That was really really good. Seeing the ship was cool. Yeah, that was fine.
I did like how she was looking for Clark too. Are you the toddler, like picking him up and
Make,
that?
yeah,
Like,
it makes sense because and then I mean the fact that her not knowing that Clark, which in her eyes, what really gets me is that she was in cryogenic suspension animation, whatever, for 18 years, 17, 18 years, still thinking that Kal-El was a baby. It's like, okay, but she knew she was frozen for 17 years.
yeah, you could have just put she got knocked off course and he got here quicker, and that meant time, lot more time. Like you
Like,
could
I
do
just-
something like that, or she passed through a wormhole. Like you
I
could
don't
be
know.
very easy comic book science, or you can make it just a little bit more difficult than it needs to be, Joe. Sometimes.
I just but it's just the whole like, oh, okay, I'm frozen. I know I'm frozen, but I'm still gonna look for a toddler because I was supposed to look for a toddler, but I don't believe that this adult man is my cousin. But whatever.
I know
Still-
it's spacious. Yeah, it doesn't like
Still,
Doesn't jar.
whatever. I still had fun with it.
same.
Um,
And the third one I had no fun with. It was absolutely
Third
the worst.
episode, about the only fun I had was seeing Kara in a bathing suit. That was kind of fun. That's me being sexist, whatever.
There's
That's
porn.
actually not being sexist. Well, no, it's just me appreciating the female body. No, that's just me. That's me being Ron. Sorry. No, like this episode was fine. Like Clark trying to get her to adjust, like hide herself. It's basically everything he's been doing for the last 7 years. His parents trying to get him to understand that he can't use his powers in public. It's him becoming his parents. And him realizing, you know what? I defied my parents this entire time. She's going to defy me. We need to find a balance.
Yeah.
I got that. Now, the things that I didn't get were literally the villain of the week with these weather sister
Yeah.
girls. Like, that was kind of dumb. Yeah.
It was, again, it's just, I got no time for half of this stuff. Agent Carter showing up, interrogating Lex.
Yes. Whatever.
Cure is one I really enjoyed, which I...
Dean Kane's where he figured out why he wanted to join ICE was his tryout videos for this.
The funny thing to me was why I don't know why they couldn't just say his name was Vandal Savage.
Right? He basically was Vandal Savage.
Well, they apparently the Arrowverse retconned this in by saying like Vandal Savage saying that one of his names was this
Oh,
guy's name, Knox.
Curtis Knox. Okay,
Yeah. So
interesting.
yeah, I liked part of this. I thought, especially when he reveals that he is immortal when he gets shot and just keeps walking towards the guy. That was like
That was cool.
There's some horror elements to this episode that I enjoyed. To this, but again, the big reveal at the end of ISIS, I just chuckled at just like
Lana.
I was like, I got 10 million now. I'm like, maybe that's something you could have like let your boyfriend know instead of you staying in the barn, like And also, this relationship accelerated outrageous quickly. Like you go on a few dates first, like this relationship is accelerated.
But they've been, they won't there for 7 years now.
I guess. And she needs to go in another.
And then she died. Oh, that was the thing that I hated in the second episode. Oh God, the clone thing. Where did that come from? Literally out of nowhere. What the hell? That was so dumb. Made no sense. But whatever. It was just so stupid.
It's just I was over that part, and I did enjoy some of the Vandal Savage stuff and the Chloe.
That was cool.
That was pretty cool of it, but for the most part, the
end
episode for me was the second episode.
The end going, her and Chloe and Jimmy breaking up basically.
Yeah.
Because Chloe can't handle. Which, I mean, if I remember correctly, like I knew that was going to happen. I know they get back together.
I would have enjoyed, and they did mention this in Topville, a scene before this of her going to Clark and basically just saying like I understand now of like how hard this was for you to keep your secret from people and push people away when they got close, and just something to give a little bit more of a like this is why I'm doing this. Like it was a bit more abrupt, and here's my litter guy in the trash, and it's like here we're breaking up.
I also don't understand why, knowing full well what Clark went through, why she's keeping the secret from Jimmy.
Yeah, especially like he told you, and you were completely cool with it. And
also Jimmy's been, especially this episode, completely has been full on trying to get rid of, well, not get rid of, but like take down meteor freaks, as he says.
Yeah. So
like I don't know.
I understand a little bit.
Not much, but
yeah, I can't wait. The next episode, Joe, is Action. Resident of Smallville are thrilled when Warrior Angel, a movie based on a comic book, begins shooting in town. However, the lead actress, Rachel Davenport, takes off in a stunt car with cut brakes. Clark must step in to stop the runaway car. Unfortunately, an obsessed fan witnesses this heroic event and decides Clark is a real-life superhero. His girlfriend, Lana, must be eliminated so Clark can fulfill his destiny. Oh, geez. Meanwhile, Lex discovers Lionel at a cabin. Like some Lex and Lionel scenes, at least.
I would say, like, Lionel is in the opening credits as being part of the season. We haven't seen them since, like, the very big, like, one. I
assume this is why we'll see him here, like, being a raving lunatic. Or the Veritas stuff, I'm pretty sure, comes out of this here now.
Sure, I don't remember. I don't remember much of the season. I remember Kara.
And I remember this is Rotomob's last season.
Yes.
And I don't know if
he leaves halfway, right?
They're making kind of like alluding that they're not going to cover this show anymore after this season.
Which is hilarious because I remember like way back when
they joked about
him talking about keep going. Well, no, him talking about keep going because like I made sure to watch it because I didn't. He didn't watch it. I remember
Tom Williams was calling him out saying you won't, like kind of deal. So, they talked about a new show where he gets Clark to watch. He gets time to watch slasher films, and time gets him to watch action and superhero stuff.
Ooh.
So,
that I might watch.
That again.
I love me.
I enjoyed the catch up on Smallville, Joe. We'll check out next week. We're back with more Peacemaker next week. It's been fun. More DCU content, the better. Joe, I'll see you next week.
Yep. Bye, y'all.
Listeners.